Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Mark here with The Better Mark. Let's break down this exciting MLB slate we got coming to you live Saturday, April 13th. All right, I'll give you guys my best bets. We're going to have 4 of them and get you guys on your way. Also, I'll give you guys my leans on pretty much every game that we're going to cover, go over the pitching matchups, and give you guys as much as you need, as much info as you need to get your bets in for this weekend on this Saturday, okay? And full disclosure, this is one where we still have a little bit of rain plaguing the country. So if you're betting the MLB, make sure you guys all check the weather reports and know the specific sports books that you guys use, all their rules and regulation within rainouts, okay? But that's what we got going on. Just a quick recap. We did get the brooms out yesterday. Had a chance to go 4-0, but we had a game postponed. But I'll take it. 3-0, that's okay with me. For those of you that rode with those picks, congrats. As always, stay humble. It's a wicked sport out there where that 3-0 can turn into an 0-3 very quickly. So always make the best bet possible, okay? But let's get down into it. Just a quick recap. We cashed within the the likes of the Oakland Athletics, winning in extra innings. They got it done in 10 innings, I believe, as well as we had the Braves, minus 1.5 on the run line, taking care of business, and the Cincinnati Redlegs winning with the money line. So, unfortunately, we did not get to see the Indians play the Yankees, but same pitching matchups, same rationale. We're going to let it ride. We're going to roll with it again today. So we'll get down into it. And actually, it is a makeup, so it will be the first game on the slate. So let's get into it. And before we do, it's important that you guys all subscribe down below. Smash that like button as well. And as always, let me know your picks down below. And if you do want to give back to the channel, we have channel memberships now live. That's going to give you some exclusive benefits, as well as what we're going to be unveiling here very shortly within having a Discord up and running here on the channel for all you guys that are part of the team here at The Better Mark. Okay, so let's get into it and let's talk about some baseball. Okay, guys, first game on the card is that Yankees Guardians game, right? We look at the likes of Clark Schmidt, Carlos Carrasco. This is simply just a fade on Carrasco. Does not pitch against the Yankees well. And if you would have told me that, myself being an Indians fan on April 13th, seeing what they did in spring training, their roster, that we'd have a 9-3 ball club hosting the 10-3 Yankees, I would have told you you're mad, and I would have tried to sell these tickets. Full disclosure, I was a season ticket holder for a long time with the Indians, and that was all fine and dandy. But once they let Lindor walk, I decided to cash in on that regard. Just kind of had it up to my neck with their general management. So that's it. We're going to be taking the Yankees on the money line, minus 145. That's what I was able to lock in. You're able to actually find it minus 132 out there. That's the best number available, courtesy of oddsjam. But I did lock it in last night at minus 145. Okay, and this is the next game on the card. Twins playing the Detroit Tigers. Kind of a good, it's kind of sneaky pitching matchup. Kenta Maeda, though, his better days have gone past him. Okay, but Joe Ryan, that's where we look at the Twins and the Tigers. The AL Central, with the exception of the White Sox, if they could ever get back on the track, kind of a sneaky little division, right? With the Indians having some success, the Twins early on, and the Tigers 8-4, along with the Royals. It's been very fascinating to see this hot start for a lot of the teams that a lot of people had counted out. Okay. But no official play in this. Okay, we will not be betting this game. I would lean towards taking the Twins on the road. Joe Ryan, better pitcher. That's just kind of where I'm at with that one. Okay, but no official play and truly no lean, actually, if we want to really get into it. Okay, it is a doubleheader as well. Matt Manning, Simeon Woods Richardson pitching in that second game of that twin bill. That's one where, just looking at the numbers, guys, it's something where we don't bet doubleheaders. I do a little bit of a zigzag philosophy. So let's say, for example, regardless of the team that wins the first game, I will lay that money line with the second team as long as there's no glaring pitching discrepancy, or if it becomes a bullpen day. That's kind of how I feel about it. So no play on that doubleheader. Okay, next game, Sean Manaea and the Mets, with the firing back Mets, 6-7 on the season, hosting the Kansas City Royals. Sean Manaea, I will be backing Sean Manaea in a lot of spots. Great start to the season. Alec Marsh, same goes for the Royals. I do like the Mets at home. But when we look at this game, guys, I'm not in the mood to bet against Kansas City. They're just playing really hot ball right now. So this is a coin flip game. I see a little bit of value taking the Kansas City Royals plus 1.5 at that money at that run line. Minus 145 is the best number out there. Also, never afraid to sprinkle on that Royals money line. It's still not a flashy public play, so a lot of times you can find value within taking the Royals. Okay. Next one out there is the Chicago White Sox, the 2-11 Chicago White Sox, albeit Garrett Crochet is on the bump. Outstanding young pitcher, truly has some talent. Would not surprise me one day if he was up for some pitching awards in the futures market for the major league ranks. But this is one where we look into this game within the Reds coming to town with Nick Lodoldo on the mound. No play for me. I'm not going to get White Sox are 2-11, but I'm not in the business of betting against Garrett Crochet, even if they are reeling offensively with the likes of Luis Robert out and so on and so forth. So the Reds can score some runs. They have a nice offense. Nick Lodoldo, I believe it's his first outing. So this is one where I don't really have an edge taking this. I think it's more of a coin flip game. And the White Sox being 2-11, taking them on the money line with the better pitcher at plus 114, I don't think really speaks to any advantage because, like I said, they've won 2 out of 13. What makes today any different? So no edge, no play. Also, we're going to get into the next game, Rockies, Blue Jays. Okay, and guys, I do want to preface this all by saying I do have 4 official plays. So unfortunately, they're a little later in the day, so you're going to have to stick around until we get to those games on the card. All right, Rockies, Blue Jays, Dakota Hudson, Yariel Rodriguez. This is one where I don't really know too much about Rodriguez. Hudson, great pitcher in terms of ERA, but unfortunately, because of the Rockies' discrepancy within the offensive metrics and not being able to put up any runs and getting it done with, and you know what, and to their defense, they did have a very rocky and tough schedule to start off the season, in my personal opinion. But this is one where I'm not going to back any of these pitchers. I'm not going to back the 4-10 Rockies. If you did want to get on some value, I'd have no problem taking plus 1.5 value out there at minus 125. But I do like to bet against the Rockies when they're on the road, and that's kind of where I would favor the Blue Jays in this matchup. But there is going to be some value in some spots with some of these god-awful teams that I think we can capitalize on in the future. But just breaking it down from you guys, I would be leaning towards the Blue Jays in this matchup. Okay. Next, we're going to go and take a look at this, another battle in Texas, right? Rangers, Astros. I feel like they're playing this game every single day. It's been the Rangers and Astros. Ronel Blanco, right? Through the no-hitter, having an outstanding year. Andrew Heaney, kind of not having a good start to his season, okay? Up for Cy Young consideration, recent form, that big lefty going against Blanco. This is going to be a very good matchup. I can't believe the Astros, I'm saying this right now, guys, are 4-11. 2 of those wins, though, have come on the heels of Ronel Blanco on the mound, and this is one where I would definitely lean towards taking the Astros in this matchup. But I don't have an official play because, like I said, I don't trust the Astros bats right now. And at home, anything's really possible. If Rangers could put up 9 runs in this game, and it would not surprise me one bit. So I'm going to fade this game, but I do lean towards taking the Astros at home. Okay, and then we'll get to the Phillies and Pirates. Marco Gonzalez, Spencer Turnbull. Okay, the Pirates have been a hot team, 10-4 in the season. This is one where, if we want to really look into the numbers and talk about this game, it is a true coin flip in my personal opinion. I actually would lean kind of taking the Pirates within the money line and the run line. I think there's some value with that plus 137 number you can find out there. Spencer Turnbull, though, by all accounts, in his first outing, absolutely phenomenal. So I do not like to get in the habit of betting against the Phillies at home. That's one of the hardest ballparks to play in from a fan perspective, as we all know. But no play officially for this game. I kind of don't have that feel for the Pirates yet, and just knowing their roster and what they bring to the table each and every day, I know one of these days where if we start getting in these bet the Pirates kind of trends and streaks, one day it's going to come around and bite us full circle. So I'm not looking to FOMO in taking the Pirates for quite some time, okay? And I do want to give you guys an official play, so let's jump around a little bit. We're going to get into the likes of taking the under in the Athletics Washington Nationals game. Okay, right now you can find 8.5s out there in the market. Mackenzie Gore, great pitcher for the most part. I love what he does from the left side of the mound, as well as Joe Boyle. kind of a mixed bag within the Athletics. I would lean towards taking Washington in this matchup, kind of a zig factor as well, especially with extra innings. But using that extra innings into the equation, I will be taking the under 8.5 in this as an official play. I think they're going to really struggle to score runs no matter who's pitching. So that's just kind of how I feel about it. So that's my first official play. Next on the card is the Brewers traveling to Baltimore and playing at Camden Yards against the Orioles. Okay. For those of you that follow prospects and so on and so forth, Jackson Holliday's debut this week has been fascinating to watch. Had a couple RBIs, runs scored, but I don't think he got his first hit. I might be mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong down below in the comments. But this is one where the Brewers have been putting up some runs. I have no play in this because I don't want to get bet against the Orioles at home. I foresee a lot of home runs in this game, so I would lean towards the over 8.5 if you want to get on board with that. I'm not scared of that one bit whatsoever. I could see this game being in the double digits for sure. Okay. Excuse me. I need some coffee. I think we have a sick household, and Mark is running on zero sleep, so forgive me, but I'm going to keep going. So we have the Angels and Red Sox next game up. That is one where we don't really know the pitching matchup, so I'm going to cross this one completely off the card, possibly get into this one later on in the day if it's something I find as an edge, okay? But then the next game on the card that we will be betting will be the Atlanta Braves in the Miami Marlins. This is one where we're going to be taking the Braves. We're going to go back to the well, -1.5. Basically some value. The Braves lineup, I think, is starting to catch fire, and the Marlins are really jockeying for that award as the worst pitching, or the worst ball club in the major leagues, 2-12 on the season. I do like their young pitcher right now, Max Meyer, great arm, going against Chris Sale. Okay, I just think it's something where this dominant Braves, kind of veteran lineup, if you want to go that far, I think really is going to rally and keep this momentum going from yesterday. Their team, them and the Dodgers, if they get on a trend line, on a streak, when you can bet that -1.5, and you can be hitting that at a clip of 7 out of 10 games pretty frequently. We're gonna go over some numbers within the Dodgers probably later on in the year where we start forming some numbers because that is something that was very profitable for me last year, betting the Dodgers on the run line throughout the course of the season over and over and over again. Okay, and then the next one up, San Francisco Giants, great pitching matchup as well. Logan Webb, kind of a little less dominant than recent years, but the Rays are definitely making a comeback. I would lean towards taking the Rays on the money line, -104, but no official play in this matchup, okay? But then we will go back to that well within the Yankees and Guardians, depending on how the first game plays out, right? We're backing the Yankees, fading Carrasco, right? McKenzie's going to be pitching for the Indians, so if the Yankees do if the Yankees do win that first game against Carrasco, which they should because we're taking it as official play, joking, but I will be looking to back the Indians and Guardians in the 6-10 first pitch in the second leg of the twin bill. With McKenzie on the bump, only if, and this is the situation. Like I said, I always play a split for a doubleheader. It's just kind of my strategy. Pays off more times than not. So I will be waiting to see how that first game shakes out. So not an official play, but I wanted to just put it on your guys' radar. Okay, and then we have the likes of Cardinals and Diamondbacks, Kyle Gibson, Ryan Nelson. We're seeing the Diamondbacks starting to catch fire, 6-8 though. This is a coin flip game, in my opinion. I would lend towards taking the over, especially with playing out in Arizona once that ball club catches on fire. But it is too high of a total. I don't like to take double-digit totals, but it's high for a reason. That's just kind of my rationale. So best number out there, Bet365, is the over 9.5, but I'm not looking to get behind that at this moment in time. Okay, so 2 games left. We have the Padres and Dodgers, Gavin Stone, Matt Waldron. Dodgers have an opportunity to drop this one. Gavin Stone, 9 ERA last time out. I'm not looking to get behind this at all. Look for more of the prop markets within this game. Padres can score some runs. They could win this game outright. So me being a Dodgers backer over the course of the season, there is some value, in my opinion, with the +1.5 within the Padres. But Dodgers at home, that's usually a safe bet, and it's just too steep of a price at -182. So no play for me. All right, look for a live game opportunity. If the Dodgers go down in this game early, possibly get him at plus money, that's always a great bet to sprinkle on during the course of the evening. Okay, and then the last game is the Shota Imanga and Emerson Hancock. Emerson Hancock had a kind of rough outing last time out. So we are going to, despite me liking him as a prospect and a young arm, we're going to be backing the Cubs. Okay, I think there's some value in taking the Cubbies minus 132 on the road, 940 late pitch. Sometimes when you have these late starts, it becomes a business trip, and you have the edge as the road team, especially when it's not so bad when you're going from Central Time to Pacific Time, but from the East Coast to the West Coast, I like that as a trend. A lot of times you can come in there and sweep up on some ball clubs. So that will be an official play, like I said. So we have 4 official plays out there in the game, with a possible 5th, depending on how the Guardians shakes out within that first matchup. Okay, so that's what I wanted to bring to you guys. Here are the final plays. I'll pull it up on your screen here. This is one where we're also, guys, make sure you look at the description down below. We do have channel memberships available. If you guys hit a big bet, you want to get exclusive content, you want to get in to my direct access, we are going to be doing a Patreon Discord, but this will be one where we are going to, for those of you that are channel members here on YouTube, I appreciate you guys, but just kind of a buy me a coffee kind of thing, buy me a beer, and have a more direct line of communication where you get priority messaging as well as some other perks and features where there's going to be some big sporting events that we will be doing exclusive previews. I'll be sending out some info. I'm going to try to get a newsletter for a lot of people that are channel members and part of that Patreon that we will be forming very, very shortly. So those are going to be some perks of the channel. Also, I do want to kind of segue that into some more channel sponsorship. oddsjam, that is our official channel sponsor. Link down below. That's what I use for all my best odds. We're going to be getting into some videos where I go over how to do arbitrage betting within oddsjam. They offer great things within the fantasy side of betting, but within the industry, this is one of the more invaluable tools. Link down below if you want to get 35% off your first month or annual plan using my promo code TBM. Link down below. Okay, so appreciate you guys all rock with me. Congrats for those who backed me last night and was able to cash a 3-0 ticket. And we're looking to keep that momentum going into the weekend. We've got the Masters at full force. We have a poll live up on the channel as well. Who do you guys will think will don the green jacket? Make sure you guys all participate in that. But appreciate this huge slate. Gives us a lot of games to watch. Hopefully the household becomes a little less sick and we'll be up and running tomorrow. Also, I do want to tell you guys, my NBA picks have been on the wayside. I don't like betting NBA this time of year. So if I do see some edges, I will make a video. But full disclosure, when teams start getting into tank mode and jockeying for playoff positions and resting, I kind of fade it. I kind of just keep watching the game, studying the numbers, and wait for the playoffs, because the NBA playoffs, for all accounts, are one of my favorite events to bet within in the sports betting calendar. So all good stuff coming. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. Cash some tickets. We'll see you guys all tomorrow. Cheers.